إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له هو الأول والآخر والظاهر والباطن وهو بكل شيء عليم وأشهد أن حبيبنا ومولانا وسيدنا محمدا عبد الله ورسوله أرسله تعالى بالهدى ودين الحق ليظهره على دين كله ولو كره المشركون. اللهم صل وسلم وزد وبارك على هذا النبي الكريم وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. أما بعد. My dear brothers and sisters, we start by praising Allah. We ask His forgiveness. We seek His guidance. We bear witness that there is no one worthy of worship except Allah, the one and only true God. And we bear witness that Muhammad ibn Abdullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is His last and final messenger. And we know that no one can be guided except for whom Allah guides. And no one can be misguided except for whom Allah chooses. And no one can choose somebody who is misguided to be led. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to send His peace and blessings upon our beloved Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, his family, his companions, all the followers until the end of time. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, O you who believe, have consciousness, have awareness of Allah at all times, and do not die except in a state of Islam. Dear brothers and sisters, in the 16th year of Hijrah, 16th year of Hijrah, an extremely important decision was made during the Khilafah, during the time when Sayyidina Umar ibn al-Khattab, radiallahu anhu, may Allah be pleased with him, when he was the Khalifa, the second Caliphate. And a man comes to him and brings some evidence against another man. He comes to Sayyidina Umar to judge between a matter. And he says, this man owes me money, and he's supposed to pay me back by Sha'ban, by the month of Sha'ban. And Umar, he says, hey, you Sha'ban. He says, which Sha'ban? What year? That's the month, that's fine, but what year? And he says, Sha'ban هذه السنة التي نحن فيها, the Sha'ban of this year that we're in right now, or Sha'ban of next year? How do we know when? So the great Khalifa Sayyidina Umar radiallahu anhu, he gathers the Sahaba and he wants to make a calendar because they don't have one. They have the months of the year, but there's when is the first year, when is the second year, what year are we in now? This is a new Muslim state. Right? The Muslims are just establishing themselves in many ways. So he gathers the Sahaba as how they're going to decide this matter. And they need this to keep track of the affairs of the state, for people to keep track of their business dealings, and so on, for everything. So someone makes a suggestion, they say, let's make a calendar based on the way the Persians do it. They do it based upon their kings and their different dynasties. And somebody else says, no, that's not good. Let's do it based on the calendar of the Romans. We'll just borrow from them because that's the major calendar used in the world at the time. And they say, no, let's make it based upon our tradition. Let's make it based on the birth of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Just like the Christians did with the birth of Christ alayhi salam. And they say, no, that's their way. Let's do it based upon the death of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And they say, no. And someone says, and they come to this conclusion, they say, let's do it based on the hijrah of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, the blessed migration that he makes from Mecca to Medina. And they agreed upon that, and that became the time when decided that this is going to be the Islamic calendar, and that was in the 16th year of the Hijrah. So they're already 16 years in, and then they make the calendar. We just, as you all know, have entered the new year, the 1,440th year, 1,440 years into the Hijri calendar. And so we asked the question, why did they choose this event to base the Islamic calendar upon? By the way, Happy New Year to you all. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless everyone in the community, your families, and your days coming forward. So, why did they choose this event? Why did they make this the deciding factor? In physical terms, the Hijrah is or was no more than a journey of 300 miles from one city to the next. Two blessed cities, no doubt, the two most blessed cities on this earth, Mecca, Mukarramah to Medina al-Munawwarah. But it's just like when we travel from Los Angeles to San Francisco. It's a journey. Back then it took longer, but it's not that far. The bigger course of things. But the Hijrah, as you all know, is unlike any other journey that has taken place in the course of human history. And the implications, the ramifications, what has taken place as a result of that particular trip, there is no comparison to anything in the world. The Hijrah marks the beginning of a new era. It marks the beginning of a new civilization, a new culture, a new state, a new history, not only for Muslims, but for all of mankind. And the Prophet ﷺ, when he left his beloved homeland, Mecca, where he was born and raised, the most sacred piece of land on the face of this earth, the place where the first house of worship is erected for the worship of the one true God. As he leaves, he says, he swears by Allah, he says, Wallahi, you are the most beloved place to me. And had my people not expelled me out of you, I would not have lived elsewhere. They didn't kick me out, I wouldn't have went anywhere. So we learn that Islam is greater than any land. Islam is greater than any land where one is born and raised, or where someone lives or someone has an attachment to. It's greater than any material thing, greater than the beautiful things that we find in this earth, different pleasures and natural wonders. And Islam is bigger and greater than all of that. Because the Prophet ﷺ, he went from a place that was beloved to him, and he is the most beloved of creation, to a place where Muslims could live free and worship free. The Prophet ﷺ, he leaves behind everything. His home, his possessions, his family, his larger family, extended family, his city, his financial security. He leaves it all behind for something that is much more important. To build the foundations of an ummah. And this is the first time this notion is there in humanity, that you have a worldwide community of believers. For the first time in the history of mankind, a nation was born that has nothing to do with race or language or tribe or skin color. Because brothers and sisters, even the great prophets that became before the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, even the other great prophets that came before him, Abraham, Moses, Jesus, may peace be upon all of them, and all the rest, and all of the other prophets. Even their followers, those prophets were sent to their people and their people alone. They weren't there to call all of humanity. The charge, the mission of Sayyidina Muhammad ﷺ was something beyond all of the other prophets. Right? So the first time a community is established on something that goes beyond some sort of group that is limited in its scope. This is the first ideological community. the first ideological community that is defined by a simple belief. The belief in La ilaha illallah Muhammadan Rasulullah. We believe that there is no God worthy of worship except Allah, and that Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is his last and final messenger. So this was al-hijrah. The word hijrah also has another meaning in Islam. Besides the physical migration, it also can connotate a spiritual migration. And this is something that we can benefit from our own selves today. We missed the great hijrah of Rasulullah ﷺ, but we still have the opportunity to make hijrah in other senses. And that is a spiritual migration for one to leave a bad condition or characteristic to something that is better. To leave some bad habit, some ways that we've grown accustomed to that we need to leave behind really for us to be better people and to move to a better lifestyle. It's also called hijrah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He says about Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam in Surah Al-Ankabut, فَآمَنَ لَهُ لُوطٌ. And Lut, the great prophet Lot, believed in Abraham. وَقَالَ إِنِّي مُهَاجِرٌ إِلَىٰ رَبِّي. And he says that I am going to make hijrah to my Lord. Ibrahim alayhi salam, I'm going to make hijrah to my Lord. I'm going to leave all that is, that is not good in this world for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. إِنَّهُ هُوَ الْعَزِيزُ الْحَكِيمُ. Allah is most mighty and most wise. The Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he was once asked, Ya Rasulullah, أَيُّ الْهِجْرَةِ أَفْضَلُ? What is the best type of hijrah, the best type of migration? فَقَالْ أَن تَهْجُرَ مَا هَجَرَ رَبُّكَ عَزَّ وَجَلَّ وَمَا كَرِهَ رَبُّكَ عَزَّ وَجَلَّ. To leave behind, to migrate away from what your Lord does not like. Right? From what is despised to your Creator. Right? To leave behind what is despised, what is hated, what is not liked by your Creator. This hadith is relayed by An-Nasa'i. And the Prophet ﷺ said in another hadith, إِنَّ الْهِجْرَةَ خَصْلَتَانِ. That hijrah has two characteristics. One, إِحْدَاهُمَا أَن تَهْجُرَ السَّيِّئَاتِ. One is to leave behind evil deeds, bad actions. وَالْأُخْرَى أَن تُهَاجِرَ إِلَى اللَّهِ وَرَسُولِهِ. And the second is to migrate to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and His Messenger. This is in Muslim al-Imam Ahmad. So hijrah is a concept that is a transformative concept. If you look at the hijrah of Rasulullah ﷺ, it transformed the world. Because of that trip, Muslims were now able to worship free. The Muslim population grew tremendously because they had the freedom to propagate their religion, the freedom to spread this word of truth to all people, and people came to the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, afwaja, groups and hundreds and thousands of people came to this deen. And by the way, when the Prophet ﷺ made hijrah to Medina, there were maybe a couple hundred, maybe a few hundred at most Muslims in Medina at that time. By the time the Prophet ﷺ left this world, 10 years later, or you can say in the final Hajj, which is about 9 years later, the Hajj that the Prophet ﷺ made, at that time there were 100,000 Muslims. In just the span of a few years. So that was absolutely a transformative reality. So hijrah is a concept that transformed the believer from just a believer to a mujahid. From somebody who believes, but to somebody who takes action. Somebody who has a drive and has a motivation to be a better person, right? To leave a lifestyle that's not that's not befitting, that's not suitable for one to live when he knows that Allah is his Lord. The one who struggles for his faith. Right? That's why we often find in the Quran, these concepts are connected. Iman and hijrah and jihad. Iman, believe, hijrah, to migrate for Allah's sake, and jihad, to struggle and sometimes to fight for Allah's sake. Right? Of course, all of that in its proper context. So these things are often linked together. We read in Surah Al-Baqarah, إِنَّ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَالَّذِينَ هَاجَرُوا وَالَّذِينَ جَاهَدُوا فِي سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ أُولَٰئِكَ الَّذِينَ يَرْجُونَ رَحْمَةَ اللَّهِ وَاللَّهُ غَفُورٌ رَحِيمٌ. That those who believe and they make hijrah and they commit themselves to jihad for the sake of Allah, those people deserve the mercy of Allah, or those people have the hope of achieving the mercy of Allah. Right? Only it's not belief by itself is not enough, but it takes a life of struggle, of struggling to do good deeds, to live a good lifestyle, and then you have the chance to earn Allah's mercy. Right? And that's how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He teaches us. It's not simply believing in our heart and sitting at home and not affecting any change in our life or the life of the world around us, society around us. There has to be an active engagement for us to hope for the mercy of Allah, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says. So Islam is about making hijrah from false beliefs to monotheism. From false beliefs to monotheism. And even today, even people of La ilaha illallah, we have to be conscious of being affected by those that we see around us. You sit around and sometimes you talk with Muslims, they start talking about knocking on wood, or this and that, these other strange superstitious practices that have or cross your fingers, and hope that something bad. What does that have to do with our deen? What does it have to do with Allah, the Lord of the heavens and the earth, going to make good come into our life? We disavow ourselves from such superstitious beliefs. It's very important for us as Muslims that we don't get caught up in that. You hear Muslims sometimes, they'll say, when they're a little bit worried or anxious or mad, Jesus. That's not something we say, because we don't call upon him. He's not our God, right? So it's about Islam. Hijrah is about leaving false beliefs to monotheism. Hijrah is about leaving ignorance, going from ignorance to knowledge, right? Hijrah is about freeing yourself from being enslaved to others to the surrender and the service of Allah Almighty. Freeing yourself from being bound down to anybody else in this world. Right? We don't make sajda to anybody in this world. We don't prostrate ourselves. We don't bow. We don't lean or bend or compromise when it comes to aspects of our faith. It doesn't mean that Muslims aren't pliable, flexible, easygoing people. No, that's actually a characteristic that we hold dear and near to us, because that was the way Rasulullah said. But when it comes to believing Allah and doing what's right and living that lifestyle, we don't bend. Islam is hijrah from sin and corruption to virtue and righteousness. Islam is hijrah from the state of wandering around in this world aimlessly, without any goal in mind or don't know where we're going, to guidance, right? To walking the straight path. That's Islam. And it's hijrah from all of these things to all of these other beautiful concepts. And another part that's very, very important, another extremely important concept as it relates to hijrah, is that hijrah is not a matter of changing your condition and then being content or satisfied. Alhamdulillah, I left these things behind me, and now I'm good. That's not hijrah. Hijrah is not about making the trip and then relaxing. I did it, and now everything's good. Hijrah is about once you make the journey, once you change certain things in your personality, in your lifestyle, in your habits, in your morals, in your values, and your practice, once you make that change, then the real work starts. Then the real work starts. As our scholars, they say, التخلي من الرداء قبل التحلي من الفضائل. That, we have to leave behind our bad habits first, and then we beautify our character and our way and our understanding with the beautiful aspects that our deen has to give us. So hijrah is not a concept, oh, I did it and now it's done, alhamdulillah. No, it's a continuous life process. When the Prophet ﷺ when he reached Medina after that long, arduous journey, did he sit still, relax? Everything's good now. We left, all of the troubles and the idol worship and all of that, and now we're good. No, that's when the real work started. That's when the Prophet ﷺ, he put the Ansar and the Muhajirin together as brothers. He helped people who made that journey to establish themselves, right? That's when he built the masjid. That's when schools were open. The great scholar Maulana Shibli Noman, he said that 9 schools were open in Medina during the lifetime of the Prophet ﷺ. Education became a huge initiative in that society. Interfaith relations were established with the neighboring Jews and Christians to improve relationships with the Muslims and others. The Prophet ﷺ encouraged water projects and sanitation projects. There were 50 wells, new wells that were dug in Medina during the lifetime of the Prophet ﷺ. He encouraged the cultivation of the land, agriculture. The Prophet ﷺ said in the famous hadith, "Man ahya ardan maytatan fahiya lah." He said that whoever revives a dead land, that land becomes their property. You took something that was useless wasn't producing anything, and now you gave it a benefit, now it's yours. So it was an an incentive for people to work, to produce. The Prophet ﷺ, when he came to Medina, one of his goals was to eradicate poverty, to employ people, to make sure people had a life where there was beauty and they were doing something for themselves, their families, and everybody around them. When the Prophet ﷺ, he came to Medina, he established security and safety, law and order. Right? And it's known that there was very, very, very little crime in Medina at the time of the Prophet ﷺ. So these are the meanings of hijrah to us. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us to implement some of these realities in our life. Dear brothers and sisters, we have a huge responsibility as Muslims, living anywhere in the world, especially living in the society we live in, as Americans living in America. We don't consider ourselves anything but. By the way, brothers and sisters, many people, when they talk about others, they'll call, he's an American. And specifically, they mean a white person, right? As if a black person or a Latino or an Asian or some other background is not American. You all know what I'm talking about, right? You say, hey, he got married to an American, or that American guy over there. What are you talking about, man? I'm born and raised here. My brother Junaid, Junaid is born and raised here. A lot of my other brothers and sisters, we were all raised here. We live in this land. Those of you that came from other places, your country as much as anywhere else. Anyways, we have a huge responsibility here. We missed out on the reward of making hijrah with the Prophet ﷺ, but this other type of hijrah, the door is wide open. And one of our great scholars, Al-Izz ibn Abdus Salam, he said something very, very nice. He said, Al-Hijra hijratan, Hijrat al-Awtan wa Hijrat al-Ithmi wal-Udwan. He said, Hijra is two types. One is Hijra of leaving one land to another. And many of you made that Hijra, right, coming from various lands. And the second type of Hijra is leaving sin and leaving enmity, leaving bad things behind you. He said, وَأَفْضَلُهُمَا هِجْرَةُ الْإِثْمِ وَالْعُدْوَانِ. He said the better of those two is not migrating, is not leaving and going somewhere, is to leave a bad lifestyle behind. It's easy to leave. It's difficult to leave one land to go to another, but it's more difficult to leave bad habits and bad lifestyle. And he says, لما فيه من إرضاء الرحمن وإرغام النفس والشيطان. Because when you do hijrah, the spiritual hijrah or the moral, practical character hijrah, you're doing that which is pleasing to God. You're doing that which is pleasing to Allah. And you are doing that which will suppress shaitan, and it will repress and suppress your base desires and instincts. Right? So you're doing that which is ultimately pleasing to Allah. That's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help us on this life journey. Dear brothers and sisters, one important thing that must be mentioned, a couple of things. Number one is the 10th of Muharram is a very important and special day for us. The 10th of Muharram is called Ashura. This is the day when the Prophet ﷺ, he left Medina and went to Mecca, and he found the Jewish community there fasting. He asked them, what is this? Or why are you fasting this day? They said, this is a great day. This is when Allah, He saved us from Pharaoh and his forces. And Allah split the Red Sea so that we could escape and to freedom. And so they fasted in thanks of that day. The Prophet ﷺ says, نَحْنُ أَحَقُّ بِمُوسَى مِنْكُمْ. We have more rights over Moses than you do. Because the Prophet ﷺ is a continuation of that prophethood, of that line. And the Prophet took that as a day of fasting, and we take that as a day of fasting today. The Prophet ﷺ says, I hope that these sins of the previous year will be expelled, will be erased, for the one that fasts on the day of Ashura. The day of Ashura, inshallah, is next Thursday. About 6 days from now, right? It's at the very least, fast that day. Inshallah, we're still trying to decide. At the message, we haven't made it official. We may have a thought, look for the announcement, inshallah. Fast that day. If you can fast the 9th and the 10th, that's the sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ. When he took his day as a day of fasting, he says, if I live till the next year, I'll fast on the 9th as well. And then some of the scholars, they say to fast the 9th, the 10th, and 11th, all three of those days is also a very virtuous action. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us to achieve all of that. Ameen ya Rabbal Alameen. Allahumma in da'at faqul ameen. Allahumma اغفر للمسلمين والمسلمات والمؤمنين والمؤمنات الأحياء منهم والأموات إنك سميع قريب مجيب الدعوات. اللهم أعز الإسلام والمسلمين. اللهم أرنا الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه، وأرنا الباطل باطلا وارزقنا اجتنابه. اللهم ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين.